About a year before he co-founded Troma with Michael Herz, Lloyd Kaufman wrote an erotic thriller. His screenplay was adapted by the director Theodore Gershoni, but it still has some touches that were undoubtedly thanks to Uncle Lloyd. Like this fat kid who wears a pink nightgown. Welcome to Exploitation Reviews, and me, Rob, and today I'm taking a look at Sugar Cookies from 1973. This film was produced by future auteur Oliver Stone, and it stars Mary Woronov and Lynn Lowry. Okay, so just to sum up a little bit, Oliver Stone produced an erotic thriller written by Lloyd Kaufman, which stars Mary Woronov and Lynn Lowry. Oh, and Jennifer Wells shows up here too. Be still, my throbbing. Let's check this thing out. After some artistic credits, which weirdly say introducing Lynn Lowry, even though she had already been in I Drink Your Blood and an earlier Lloyd Kaufman film, The Battle of Love's Return, we open on a man talking to the press about a recently deceased actress. And then we flash back to that man playing with the very naked Lynn Lowry. Naturally, that's nothing you can see here on YouTube.
Now, just work here.
But of course, we don't have to stay here. Support the channel on Patreon and get access to uncensored, spicy versions of my reviews. Link is in the description. The man gifts her a revolver and the two play around with it. Quite irresponsibly, I might add. The man has very poor trigger discipline. Keep your finger on the outside, people, for as long as possible, and only move it to the inside when you can replace it with your tongue.
What?
Well, it turns out he wasn't being irresponsible. He was being a murderer. And then we're back with him talking to the press as if the woman died by her own hand. Press talk over, we hop over to Mary Woronov, here playing Camila. She's in a bath, listening to the radio reports about the woman's untimely demise. The man from earlier shows up at her place. His name is Max, by the way. And he tells her that if the police ask, they were together all night long. We hear portions of the autopsy report confirming the self-inflicted story, which is kind of weird. Wouldn't she lack gunpowder burns on her hands, thus suggesting she didn't pull the trigger? I don't know, I'm no forensic pathologist. I've just seen a lot of movies. But I've also never had any legal trouble. Speaking of movies, Camila is casting for a new one. And one of the applicants is the spitting image of our recently deceased gal. This time, her name is Julie. Over at Max's office, hold the phone, his secretary is Jennifer Wells. She isn't the best secretary, however. She's really quite distracting while he's on the phone. She ended up distracting me as well because I have no idea what this scene was about, and that's just fine. Anyway, if you want to see a lot more of Jennifer Wells, check out my review of Confessions of a Young American Housewife. And if you want to see way more of Jennifer Wells, check out that review on Patreon. It's worth the $3. So after Julie's audition, the ladies go shopping and out to dinner. Ugh, a dog in a restaurant? Was this filmed in Europe? And don't get it twisted, I don't hate dogs, I hate European restaurants. So we're about 50 minutes into this thing, and the plot is not immediately apparent. There's a suggestion that Camila has a plan of some sort involving Julie, and it is, I guess, kind of obvious in a way what that plan might be, but it's not stated clearly to us, the viewers. Regardless, that's enough out of me as far as plot goes. Let's talk some highlights. This movie is gorgeous, and I'm not talking about the cast, although I'll talk about them in a minute. I'm talking about the cinematography. There are so many cool shots in this film, lots of great framing and interesting camera positions. It was shot by someone named Hasse Wallen, and he didn't shoot anything else. He has some electrician and gaffer credits, but that's it, which is too bad. He had a good eye. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe the director just told him exactly what to shoot and he hit the record button. Couldn't tell you. But the movie looks great, and that was a big surprise to me. What wasn't a surprise to me is the cast also looks great. In fact, this is probably the best that Mary Woronov ever looked on film. And she's just fantastic regardless of who is shooting her, so seeing one of her performances where she also looked drop-dead gorgeous was a treat. And of course, we've got Lynn Lowry. Whew, wow. Now, I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy without much of a sweet tooth, but every once in a while, a snack comes along that just hits the spot, you know? Like Puffies from Simply Gourmet. They're light, fruity, and pink.
That's what I want.
And both of these ladies get dressed up for their birthdays a lot in this movie. Sometimes together. So, on the erotic side of the erotic thriller equation, I have no complaints. Unfortunately, it's that thriller side of the equation where things start to fall apart. Like a man performing the Beatles' classic Happiness is a Warm Gun, this movie has some shortcomings. Well, the major shortcoming is the one I've already hinted at. The writing here really isn't very good. It takes far too long for the story to take shape. We're kind of in the dark for a good portion of the first half of the movie. And then once the story does take shape, it moves too quickly, leaving us with the feeling that the character developments aren't as well motivated as they could have been. There is a well-planned revenge story here, but it lacks the twists and reveals that make a well-planned revenge story satisfying to watch. Don't get me wrong, it's got numerous nice reveals, but not the kind that make the story satisfying. Still though, it's a gorgeous movie with gorgeous people, so it's an easy watch. And even though his character was pointless, I even like the fat kid in the pink nightgown.